If you only saw the short videos on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook from the Milwaukee Pipeline this year, you missed the real story, because when I posted that quick look at some of the new releases, the comment section absolutely exploded. Too expensive, zero innovation, Milwaukee's running out of ideas, some of the people showing these tools are paid actors, and yeah, some of that criticism is completely fair. There were actually a few major tools that I was really hoping to see this year that Milwaukee kind of ignored, but the stuff they did bring, a 30-second phone clip doesn't show the full picture. So today, I'm taking you inside the Milwaukee Pipeline, and we're going to check out the brand new tools, going behind the scenes, looking at some of the engineering that went into them, and I've got the actual pricing and release dates for many of these tools. But more importantly, I want to show you what Pipeline is actually like when you're there, what Milwaukee shows us, what they don't, and whether some of these new tools deserve the criticism that they're already getting online. So let's walk in the Pipeline and see this stuff for ourselves. So the Milwaukee Pipeline event is obviously in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You wake up early and then you get down into the lobby around 8 a.m. where a shuttle is waiting. It's a giant bus where all the creators get on. And as we pull into the parking lot, you already start seeing the outdoor display set up. You're trying to get your first sneak peek, but when you get off the bus, that's where the real coolness actually starts. Now, when you go to these events, I always get nervous. Did I forget my camera equipment? Do I have extra batteries? Am I going to get the perfect shots for my subscribers? It's very nerve-wracking, but when you step off the bus, the Milwaukee employees are all lined up to cheer you on, and some people think that's kind of cringe. But to be honest with you, I still find it kind of cool. It's like coming out of the tunnel at a sporting event. They know you are there to do a job, and you know that you are there to do a job, and it gets the blood moving through the veins. It's pretty real nice like. So once you get through the tunnel, you head into a room for a presentation. And usually it's a vice president, or maybe even the CEO sometimes, talking about the passion they put into these tools and how they can't wait for us to see them and show you, the audience. And Milwaukee is really good at tapping into an audience and getting us excited. But once the speaking is over, you head out into the wild, the floor of the Milwaukee Pipeline event. You start hearing hammer drills, saws, dings and bangs, and you get revved up because you know that you're going to get to see tools that no one has ever seen before. You're running around like a psycho trying to get every single shot you can for your audience. So right now, I'm going to start showing you videos of all the new tools, and we'll talk about the specs and some of the comments that I've seen online on the short videos. All right, first up, the two brand new M18s. This is going to be a tabless cell 18650 cell. It's going to be $169, so it's the same price as the 5.0 that they are currently going to replace. The other one is going to be a chemical resistant battery. It's $209. Both are going to be released September 2006. Now, there was a couple different demonstrations going on at the show. The first one here is with the whole hog, and then I have one with a couple grinders. Let's check out the difference between the new battery compared to the old one. And here's another demonstration using grinders, comparing the two 5 amp hours. So that's pretty real nice like, and I'm happy they're not raising the price on these new batteries. Now the next one up is the new Red Lithium Forge HD 15 amp hour. I'm gonna be straight up with you, it's not cheap. When it launches in January 2027, you are looking at $379, and that's before taxes. But there's a couple things that I definitely need to point out about this battery because it has been taking some heat, literally, online. Number one is, it is the same footprint as the 12 amp hour, but they're just packing more battery power into those cells. However, it is the speed of charging on these batteries that a lot of people are commenting on. Up to 80% charge in just 25 minutes using their new supercharger, which we'll talk about. The problem with a lot of people are saying is that it's going to kill the batteries. It's going to unbalance the batteries. It's going to destroy your battery with the fast charging. Well, I asked them that very question. Will it actually destroy the batteries faster if you charge them that quickly? The answer they gave me was absolutely not. You see, on these batteries, there are vents, and you can see them right here. I've actually done testing on these batteries. I've dropped them in buckets of water. I put hoses on them, and they still work perfectly fine because, yes, there is a water protectant on the inside. Long story short, the chargers and the batteries cool while they're charging, and heat is the enemy to electronics. And to demonstrate this, they had a brand new Gen 2 supercharger hooked up to these new forged batteries, and you can see the airflow moving through the batteries, cooling them down. FYI, this new supercharger will run you $499. It'll also be available February 2027. However, I think you can pre-order all of these. I'll try to leave a link in the description below, or I will try to attach it to the shopping bag attached to this video. The next one up will also be released February 2027. It's the new M18 top-off 350 watt power supply and charger with PEC-out compatibility. This thing was awesome. We were able to charge our phones using this throughout the Pipeline event, and it worked really, really well. Next up, a couple new impact wrenches. Here you go. That's the date, Q4 2026. So it's going to be this year. I don't have any prices on this yet, but here's some video for you to enjoy.
Hey everyone, Mike here at Pipeline 2026 with Milwaukee. Really excited to share with you the new M18 Fuel 3/4 inch impact wrench with 1 key. This is going to give you 2,000 foot-pounds of nut busting torque and 1,800 foot-pounds of fastening torque, giving you the power to fully replace pneumatic, as well as complete some of these larger applications that you'll see on the job site. Right here I have a large 24-inch pipe flange, which is typically found on water treatment facilities as well as data centers. Now this tool is going to spin up to 2,000 RPM, giving you the combination of best speed and best power, up to 40% faster than the competition. In addition to that, this will be kitted with a forged M18 8 amp hour battery, giving you 120 1¼ inch volts per charge. Let's test it out. Available in Q4 of 2026.
Now, before I show you even more tools, I have to point something out. I've been getting a ton of comments on the short videos stating that the people that are presenting these tools are paid actors and probably never used a tool in their life. That being said, these are actual product engineers and product managers that are talking about these tools. These are the people that actually design these tools, build these tools from scratch, and literally bring them to market. So if there's anybody that's qualified to talk about these tools, it is these people here. They are not paid actors. They're not brought in from the outside. These are the actual people behind the tools that build and design these tools for the people to use. All right, next one up is the new M18 Fuel grease gun. You can see it's going to be December 2026 when it launches. No price on this as of yet. I do have some video, but this thing has a bunch of bells and whistles on it. It's supposed to automatically shut down if you're reaching a certain pressure, telling you when you're running out of grease or when you need to rechange your tube. All kind of different things on this. So if you're a mechanic, you might really like this. Next one up is the new M18 Fuel Striker Hammer Chisel. The price for this is going to be $749. No release date that I can find, but I do have some video.
3, 2, 1. About 2.3 seconds there with the striker. And then we'll take our leading pneumatic competitor, which is currently at about 160 PSI at the tool. So we're going to hit the same rod here, and we're going to complete that application. A little bit faster with the striker, but you will see some variation based on the application. But what we're really trying to show here is you don't have to sacrifice power in your tool to get cordless benefit.
All right, just to show you, they do have a 5-piece hammer chisel bit set that's going to be $129.97, and a new M12 1/4-inch straight die grinder for $379. They do have a new 44-piece 1/4-inch hex drive mini flex head ratchet and bit set. This thing is going to be released September 2026, and it says the price varies, but this thing was actually pretty real nice, like, and smaller than a lot of the competitors out there. So if you're a mechanic, you might like this as well. They also have a couple full-size socket sets for impact sockets and regular sockets for the pack-out setup. So if you're a mechanic and you need to tote these things around, this might be a nice setup for you. They also have a new fuel pack-out vacuum, and paired with the air tip automotive detail brush, which is also new. This thing was pretty freaking legit. Like, it did a really good job. All right, so the next one up was the M18 Fuel 1K wire puller. Now, the launch date is March 2027. However, I do not have a price for this just yet. You can make a bunch of different adjustments on this thing. It was actually pretty legit, the stand, and you can, raise this thing up, lower it down. You don't have to hold it all the time, but I'm going to show you how this thing works real quick.
Top of the cap stand. Obviously, the more and higher number of wraps is the more force you're going to be able to get. You're going to come around this wedge and then up in between these two jaws. We'll get on our connector. And again, this works with all of your common pull line, from follow your jet line to 1/2 inch, 5/8, 3/4 meal tape, 1/8 inch, and even 1/4 inch rope.
They also had a new M12 Force Logic press tool kit with one key. The price was $2,449. Don't have a release date for that. And an M18 brushless pipe threading oiler. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get to all of these stations just because it's so hectic, and it's really hard to find the time to get everything in because there's so much going on. But $5.99 for that. And they also have a new M12 Fuel 16 gauge scroll shear. Again, $2.99, release date, not really sure. Now, one of the more popular items that I was showing on the short videos was the new Fastback knives. And well, I'll just let her explain this. What's new on these?
Yeah, so this is the refresh of all of our Fastback utility knives specifically. So what we did here is, I mean, user feedback to date is exceptional on the current gen, but you know, through their help, we were able to find just a couple ways to make them even better. First being, we made that fast one-handed open even smoother and faster up and open. We also added some knurling texture grip zones on the front and back of the handles, along with the top spine of the knife, so that it adds some more grip and cut control when you're cutting through material.
Yeah.
Really the biggest and some of the most exciting upgrades in this refresh is on the 6-in-1. So our most versatile, most feature-packed SKU in the whole lineup. We upgraded it to an all-metal body, first and foremost, for added durability. But when you look at all the features, so obviously we got this utility knife, we've got the wire stripper, but the biggest upgrade here is going to be a completely redesigned bit holder for two reasons. One, added strength and durability. The other one is compatibility. So this is going to be sold with a double-sided shockwave bit of a slotted 1/4 inch as well as a Phillips 2. Even better, that compatibility I was talking about. It also works with all 1-inch and 2-inch single-sided bits, so that you can open up your kit, pick any tip style you want, customize your everyday carry for what you do every single day.
The new Fastbacks will be released in January 2027. Another one that was really cool to see was the new Milwaukee Ergo grip screwdrivers made in the USA. Release date's going to be April 2027, but they do have the Ergo grip on them, the natural hand position, to deliver more control and all-day comfort. Now, you can see on here there's two different fastening zones. One is for faster fastening and the other one is for more torque. So let me know what you think about these. So a couple of really cool wrenches real quick. This is the ratcheting adjustable wrench. It's going to be out March 2027. No price on this, but really easy to use, very simple. All you're going to do is basically flip the handle and it's going to open up and close up. You got a couple notches. It's going to grab for you. Yeah, a lot faster than the conventional. And this one here is the 12-inch quick adjust smooth jaw wrench, launch date January 2027. And a couple more things that I didn't get on film. 12-inch magnetic combination square, which is going to be $42.97, no release date, and the rechargeable flat flashlight with green laser, $74.97, no release date. Not sure where they were hiding these. Were these even at the show? The rechargeable clip light, $59.97, and the new air tip boiler coil cleaning brush tool, $29.99. Next up in carpentry, we have a new M18 Fuel 10 1/4 rear handle circular saw, $5.99. No release date on that, but I'm gonna let you hear it. They also have a brand new M18 Fuel 7 1/4 circular saw with one key, $5.49, and a new M18 Fuel 7 1/4 rear handle circular saw with one key. As soon as you pull the trigger, if you have it hooked up to the dust extractor, it'll automatically kick it on. Let go of the trigger and it will automatically shut off. All right, next up, we also have a new 9-inch cutoff saw with one key and a new ceramic metal cutoff wheel. I always said that the previous 9-inch cutoff tool was a little underpowered, but they did a demonstration between the previous model and, well, the new model here, and this is what we got. They did have a couple new MX fuel tools there. Here's a couple of them here, and here's one right here. And what about the outdoor power equipment? Well, no riding mower yet this year, but they do have the new M18 self-propelled broadcast spreader. This is going to be Q1 2027 for $1,499. They also have a brand new M18 fuel dual battery mulching vacuum. It's going to be January 2027 release and $499. I do want to say that on the shorts video, some people were commenting that they thought the gas one was clogged or that the hay was longer on the left side than the right side. There was 120 of us there. We didn't see anything like that, but if you're seeing it, you're seeing it. Like, I don't know what else to say. They also have a brand new M12 handheld broadcast spreader, Q4 2026. So it's actually going to be out this year for $199. Now it is an M12 setup, and a lot of people online complaining that they even came out with this tool, which doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if you're somebody that does this a lot, wouldn't a battery powered option over a manual option make more sense? I don't know. I guess you're the one that decides whether or not you want it or not. I'm just curious. What are your thoughts? They had a couple other auger bits. They had a ball planting auger bit, and they had an all-purpose earth auger bit. So release is going to be Q1 2027, and the price varies. That's what it says. The price varies. So not really sure. All right, let's talk about some of the cool things that they had here. Number one was this workbench. Now, somebody told me that like everything combined with all the cabinets and stuff, it would run probably around $3,500. I'm not sure how true that is, but it was a cool setup. And you have all the USB-Cs and USB charging outlets, all that stuff on this thing. You had lighting strips underneath, you had the cabinets up on top, you had the workbench itself, you know, you have the stand-up cabinet over on the left. I thought it was pretty real nice, like with all the different accessories that we're able to attach to this. Now, is this for everybody? Probably not, but I'm curious, what do you think of this setup? Is $3,500 a lot for this? What's your opinion? Let me know. All right, so another one that's sort of been a long time coming is an M18 misting fan. I know a lot of other companies already have this, but they needed this. And what's cool about it, it's not only M18, you can plug this thing in. Now it's all digital, and you know, some people might love it, some people might not love it, but all fans are pretty much digital nowadays. There's only one misting porthole on this thing. However, you can hook this up directly to a hose if you want. You can attach it to a bucket, or they have this new water tub that makes this thing really portable. You just fill the tub up with water, and then you attach this to the fan. So now you don't have to carry around a heavy bucket if you don't want to. You can just attach it to the tub, and then, yeah, spray yourself. Keep yourself nice and cool like. And that, my friends, is real nice. Like, let me know what you think about this. I'm really happy to see this is pack out edition too. And it's pack out compatible. It's going to be released March 2027. Again, no price. Now, another one that I was really excited to see was this new freezer cooler. This thing will go down to -4 degrees. Now, there have been some rumblings about price. I heard 900 or 1,000. But that said, if you think about it, some of the Yeti coolers, the big ones, are $800, but they don't go down to -4 degrees. You got to put ice in them. This one here runs off of an M18, two M18s actually, and it will run off of an AC. So you don't even need the M18 batteries if you don't want. If you think about the Ryobi cooler, they did some upgrades to this. So number one, it's more heavy duty. Number two, larger wheels in the back, so easier to tote this thing around. The handle is much easier to pull out and actually gives you a little bit more distance from you in the cooler, so you're not running into the back of your foot. The upgrades on this are real nice. Like, these are popsicles freezing in here. You can see -4 degrees up to, I think, 45 degrees. So you keep your lunch in there, keep your sodas in there, keep your water in there, I don't know what you're going to put in there. I also really do like this accessories for your drinks, so they have thermoses, but stuff like even this. To keep things cool, like your cans, you can go smaller can, larger can. I also really like Yeti has one of these. I don't know if it's as good as the Yeti, pretty much anything or not better. Metal, they are pack out compatible. I was happy to see them. You name it. Got magnets on the back, and it's super easy to adjust the clip. Now, there's no price attached to this, but the release date for this is going to be March 2027. The new M18 Jobsite lunch warmer, that's already out. It's actually pretty cool if you want a warm meal. I think you can heat up 2 meals with 1 battery. Cost is $1.99. A couple different pack out type of deals for your drinks, so to keep your things cool, to keep your things warm. I thought they were pretty real nice. Like, I like the red. I also really like the black. You're gonna be able to put different size cans in there and keep your stuff cool. So that was pretty cool. Their new gear is actually pretty freaking nice. I really like the blues. They have like the Carhartt type of jacket, beige if you wanted that, and you can go with a green if you wanted to, but I really like the style of these. The vests I thought were really nice. Now, you're not going to climb Mount Everest with these things. They're not going to put out a crazy amount of heat, but what they will do is help keep out the chill a little bit anyway. But I thought they were really nice. I really like the sweatshirts. You got a camo over here, you got a light blue over here. I think it would really bring out my eyes. You got a heated shirt, you got heated underpants if you wanted to. So I thought that was pretty cool. And they also had a bunch of new hats. So if you look at these top ones up here, I really like that black and white one, and even that, I don't know, that logo up there, how it stands out. I think they did a really good job on the new hat. Now, what did I think of the show this year? Well, I definitely think it was better than the last couple of years. I thought the last couple of years were kind of boring and bland, but this year here they added a couple new things, such as, I thought it was pretty cool to see all of the other fans, the pack out stuff with the accessories and all that. I thought they did a pretty good job this year. You know, as far as prices go, yeah, I mean, they're high, but at least they're not raising the prices on the new VAT raise. The other thing I will state is that there's a couple things I would have liked to have seen. A lot of people have mentioned they wanted to see, you know, hand trucks and dollies and, you know, material moving equipment that Milwaukee really has not put out yet. So I would like to see some of that. Will there ever be a riding mower? I get that comment all the time. I am not really sure. I mean, to be honest with you, I think we need a Gen 2 self-propelled push mower first, and I didn't see or hear anything about that. Now, there is one other thing that I need to bring up, and I feel that it's pretty important because there have been comments on other creators' channels stating that, yes, when you go to these pipeline events, we're getting paid and that we're getting scripts and we have to like everything. That is absolutely not true. If anything, most of us are losing money going to these shows. They do not pay us a penny to go up and cover this event. They give us absolutely no scripts to read. They don't tell us what we should like or what we shouldn't like. Actually, we're losing money when we go to these shows. It takes about 3 days out of our schedule, and when we go and record and come back and edit these videos and publish them, the algorithms are not pushing our videos and the monetization is not good. So I just wanted to clear that up. I'm not being paid for this video. There was stuff I loved, there was stuff that I didn't really care either or, and there were things that I were just like, meh, okay, great. End of the day, I am here to bring you the videos to show you the tools, and you can decide whether or not you like what you see or not. With that, we'll be back with more videos soon.